Jennifer Davis here, and in an effort to be consistent, I chose the first Monday of the month for the Zoom sessions, conversations. Oils Uncapped, that's what I'm calling it, because we're going to take the cap off these oils and we're going to start using them. I'm actually going to give myself a little Intune because Intune is great for focus. It just helps all my thoughts go into the boxes they belong in because I'm a little scattered right now. Today is Labor Day. And when I scheduled this for the first Monday of the month, I didn't realize the very first one was landing on Labor Day. So no one is here, and that is perfectly okay because I am absolutely comfortable talking to myself. So I'll be putting this replay out into the group, the Make Me Oily VIP group. And for those that are in my email list, you will get it directly to your inbox. Next month, when we meet again, it'll be October 6th is the first Monday of the month. It's always going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And I would say these will be around 30 minutes. If the conversation is flowing, we may push it to an hour. And if anybody wants to dodge off, they absolutely can. I can feel that Intune already starting to work. So my kids have their friends over to play volleyball. They set up a volleyball net in the yard, and my youngest, my 8-year-old, just came running in right before I clicked start on this and was like, I got bit by ants. And it's so funny because we're from Kansas. We live in East Tennessee now. In Kansas, ants don't bite, but they do here. So back in Kansas growing up, like if an ant was on you, it was no big deal. But here you see an ant on you and it's crawling, and all of a sudden it just starts biting you. Totally different experience. So his body had a little bit of a histamine reaction. So if we are having a histamine reaction, what oil do we use? Lavender is the oil that you would use in that instance. How did I know he was having a histamine reaction? They were itchy. But as he was itching them, each little bite, I was able to see where every bite was because the skin was welting up in that area. I think the technical term for that is whealing, Wealing. It's a little bit of an inflammation that occurs to the skin when there's a histamine reaction. We see this a lot with cat scratches. Oils that are good for that are tea tree. So it's blocking that out. There we go. I got to put it in front of my face. It's tea tree oil. So that's really good with that. So for ant bites, I use lavender and tea tree. And then if you really want to get the itch fast and you want those two oils to work better, does anybody know what you would use? So peppermint is the driver oil. It is what makes all the oils work better. And it's very cooling. So it was able to change the sensation of what he was experiencing. So that's what I did. And then I rubbed those in and I just was like, okay, let's let these sit for a second. I gave it about 20 seconds. But I will tell you, if you ever have oils on your hands, so here's another tip, and you want to get that off because maybe you got to touch your face or handle your child or something. I actually find that the doTERRA On Guard foaming hand wash is really effective in getting some of that essential oil off the skin so you can go do things with your hands that maybe you wouldn't want to transfer the oils to, especially when it comes to your little kids. Which I'm going to go do a screen share in a little bit, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the On Guard products. Since I don't have anybody joining me tonight, I think what I'm going to do is talk about two different things. One is education, and one I'm going to give you a little tutorial on ordering oils. I'm on the doTERRA website. I haven't logged in yet. So I'm going to do that right now. Nobody look at my password. When you're first logged in and you're wanting to place an order, you just scroll right down here. See how easy that is? Before I do that, though, I want to show you some other things. If you drop your name down right here, your account profile, if you're watching this video, I want you to do this really quick, and I want you to click on that and make sure your contact information is accurate in there. So let's talk a little bit about the two different ways that you can order. We have what's called, you might hear us call it the LRP. That's the loyalty rewards program. This is actually going to be more for those people that are on the loyalty rewards program. If you're not on the loyalty rewards program, when you log in and you scroll down, you're probably not going to see this. It's probably going to say something like place an order, or it might say start a new rewards order or something like that. If you are not seeing this and you're not using the reward system, that's fine. It just means that you don't get the rewards points when you order. Also, you don't get the shipping discount, like the benefit for that. I haven't ordered that way in a well ever, so there may be details that I don't know about that. But you can order that way. doTERRA doesn't require you to place a regular order, so I just want to make sure I'm really clear on that. If you're watching this and you think you have to place a monthly order, you don't. It's just the monthly orders are for people like me and many other people I work with that they use the oils regularly every single day for whatever reason. And they need to order something every month. The things that we order every month are like toothpaste, mouthwash, hand soap. That's in every single order because we go through it so quickly. And then after a while, we end up with too much in our storage cabinet, and then I don't order for a few months. But skincare, my kids are all using the HD Clear line for their teenage skin. I'm using lotion and I'm using the body spray to go with that. I like the two of them together. Okay. So if you're on rewards and you're wondering how all this works, so the cool thing is you can view your previous orders. I love that. Currently, what's in my cart is what I ordered last, and it says my next order is going to run on September 26th. You can change that at any time, or if I wanted to, it's the first, I could go in right now, I could manage my order, go in, change what's in it, and go ahead and process it right away. And then that date will change to October 26th, okay? So let's say it's the first. I'm not really planning to order until maybe 2 weeks from now, but I'm completely out of something that I need, whatever it might be. And I don't want to really mess with my main order. I can choose create instant rewards order. So I'm going to click on that and it says create order. It says proceed to checkout. Your order will be eligible for rewards points. So that's cool. The products will not repeat monthly or replace your active subscription. So create order. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to search. Let's just say I need some sunscreen. Let's go with this one. So I need some sunscreen. And so I'm going to show you a few things that a lot of people probably don't know this. So it actually shows you where you qualify for different promotions. Okay, I'm going to show you that here in just a second. So right now, this 30 PV order doesn't really qualify me for really anything. Now watch this. Let's say I want to order 3 of these. Do you see how that goes up? And now a little thing has been checked. I get my shipping just went lower. I qualify for rewards points because it's over a certain amount. Now, if I want free shipping, watch what happens. I'm going to put a frankincense on this cart. Frankincense is a little bit higher, so it just shot all the way up past 100 PV. So now I'm getting free shipping. Okay, so that's for any order. It doesn't have to be this quick rewards order. It's any order. What is PV? PV is product value. So you'll notice the sunscreen, it's 20 PV. That's the product value, but it's $30. So this isn't super important. If you're trying to get that free shipping or whatever, you're going to want to pay attention to the number of PV, not the dollar amount. Now, if I'm buying essential oils, just straight up essential oils, then you'll notice the dollar amount and the PV amount are the same. The reason why the sunscreen and other products like that, the difference is there is because there are other things in that product that are not essential oils. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. If you have points, it'll show it right here. So I have 77 points. I can get this lavender for free if I really wanted to by using my points. Now, if you're going to use your points, it's going to take away the option of saving your order for later. Actually, I'm in a quick order, so I would always have to proceed to checkout. But if I was in my regular shopping cart, it would give me the option to process it later. Okay, so you may have noticed when I was searching for a product, I just typed it in here. So I typed in Frank for frankincense. Now, once you proceed to checkout, that's actually where you're going to check for your shipping, your billing is all in that spot. So proceeding to checkout is just like a checkout confirmation screen. It's not an actual placing the order yet. It just gives you a chance to make sure you got everything. And then you process the order. Okay, so I am actually going to get out of this. Just a reminder, this order will not replace your monthly rewards order. You will receive multiple shipments this month if you continue. So keep that in mind. If you do it this way, it's still going to order on the other one. So let's try not to get those confused. Another thing that they started doing is allowing you to plan out your orders for the few months. So I don't have mine that way, but you can, where I can add next month's order here. And then I don't have to worry about it. So if you're doing some sort of protocol where every other month you need a certain product, you can set your shopping cart up to do all that for you without you having to get in there and change it all the time. So going back to the rewards order. So if I am ready, it's the first, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and order right now, or I want to go ahead and update my cart, you're just going to click on manage, and it's going to open up the shopping cart for you. You can see I already have my things in here. These are actually the items that I ordered last month. So I haven't gone in and changed anything. In fact, I think that box is under my desk right now. I haven't opened it yet. So I ordered what we needed. We really didn't need that much, so I didn't order that much. But I did spend some points, which you don't see here because those are going to drop off after the order has been placed. So currently my order total is 109 PV. So I am going to get the free shipping. You'll see right there, it took $6.99 off. And I'm not going to get the free product of the month yet. So in order to get the free product of the month, you need to order at least 125 PV. So let me show you how that works. We are going to add another body mist to this order so we can bump that up. So now I'm going to get the product of the month. It says free. So they didn't charge me for this. It's one time. It's a 5 ml. So this month when you order, you're going to get a 5 ml doTERRA On Guard for free with your order if your order is over 125 PV and it has to ship by a certain day, the 15th. Okay, so remember that. 125 by the 15th will give you the free product every single month. It is the best way for you to build your stash. Sometimes they throw in a really unique oil. And if you're like, Jennifer, I don't even know how to use that oil. Like one month that was ginger was in there and everyone's like, why do I need ginger? That's your tutorial for the day. Let me know if you have any questions or something doesn't make sense. If you're like haven't ordered in a while and you can't get logged on, let me know because that's the kind of stuff that I am here to help you with, or the person who enrolled you. If they are available, you can always ask them. Okay, so let's get into the education piece of today's uncapped oil session. Okay, so I actually wanted to talk about On Guard today. I thought, oh my gosh, I've talked about On Guard so many times over the last 10 years that I've been doing this. There's a video, there's lots of videos out on YouTube, but I thought, you know what? Everybody could stand to hear this again. So On Guard comes in a lot of different forms, and I'm going to screen share again because why not? It's easier than me going and pulling all my oils out of all the different places that they exist in my house. So we're just going to screen share because I've got all the On Guard products up in front of me on my screen. So you get to look at this with me. How did I get here? I just went to shop. I dropped down to essential oils and come across to On Guard products. On Guard is what we use in the house to help us stay healthy. And I will tell you, we're in a community that our church goes camping every year around October for 2 weeks. And I tell you, everyone is sick from then through January in the church, except for not all of us, but we don't usually get things that bad. When my kids get a cold, for most people, it can last 3 to 5 days. For us, it might last 1 to 3 days. It's not that we never get sick, we just don't get it as bad. And there could be a lot of reasons for that, but I just like to blame it on the oils because that just seems like the easiest scapegoat in this scenario. So let's talk about it. So the On Guard foaming hand wash concentrate, I actually never ordered this because I just get the regular stuff. But this is a concentrate. You don't use it straight. You actually pour a little bit in and you add water to it. And then you've got the On Guard regular 15 ml. You all know about that one. We have the beadlets. So funny story. I actually use the On Guard beadlets for pinworms, probably TMI. But anyway, so she had pinworms, and we know that it's there because around the time that the sun is going down every day, the booty itches a little bit. So I gave her the On Guard beadlets. I think after it was 2 days later, I realized what was going on with her. And so I just had her swallow the On Guard beadlets like a little pill because she was young and she couldn't swallow the other ones very well. And I think I did it every 2 hours all day long. I got rid of it. I would say by the second day, she had no itching symptoms. And we did the little tape test. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can just Google it. Do the little tape test, and yeah, they were there. Okay, that was my little testimony. The chewable tablets, personally, I'm not a fan. They're a little spicy, but some people really like them. And you know what's so funny? I wonder if those would work really well for people that are trying to quit smoking. I don't know if people smoke anymore, but I remember when I was a kid, my dad, when he was trying to quit smoking, he chewed big red gum like it was going out of style. And I wonder if the On Guard chewable tablets would also help with that. Anyways, those are just a little bit too spicy for me, but a lot of people really like them. That would be a great option for someone that is getting ready to go into an environment where they are going to be exposed to illness, such as the airport or the airplane, or maybe you're getting ready to go into someone's home to serve them and it's because they're sick and they need help. Like, you never know. Okay. And I'm going to go back to this in a little bit, but I just want to go down. Okay, so the cleaner concentrate is really good for surface cleaning. There was a really interesting study, and it wasn't like a complicated study, where they cleaned surfaces with On Guard cleaner concentrate, and then they put things on the surfaces that would be great for putting bacteria. I don't think they tested viruses, but bacteria on the surface. And then they re-swiped it and saw that it did inhibit the growth of the bacteria after using it versus not having used it on the surface. So it's a great cleaner. I will say it is not a good floor cleaner. I do not like using this on the floor. I think it feels a little sticky, but it's great for countertops, doorknobs, guardrails going down the stairs, all kinds of things. Okay, and it lasts a really long time, by the way. Oh, you know what? I've actually used this to spot clean laundry too. I just remembered. Okay, so the On Guard foaming hand wash, that's actually what I get. I actually get this one, and then I have this dispenser in my bathrooms. And when I travel, I take it with me because you can pop that lid down and secure it down so it won't pump. It locks the pump in place. So it's a great travel soap. So we use that. If the kids have Okay, I'll tell you, my son, when he came in with the ant bites before I started this call, I noticed he had a lot of mosquito bites on his legs that were in the healing, but they were really like, they look like little wounds. So I went ahead and just soaped his whole leg up with this because when you over scratch mosquito bites with your dirty fingernails, you can easily end up with an infection. So I was like, you know what? We should be doing this more often. I have used this actually as a face soap and my face was like really dirty from doing not average day-to-day type of dirty. Like I was doing something that got my face and my whole body just really gross. Yeah, I've used it to clean wounds. So when one of the kids gets hurt, and you know how you always like to use soap and water to rinse out the debris, I always use this soap. And it doesn't burn, not any more than using water on it would. All right, let's keep going down. So the hand sanitizing gel, I love this. It's in my car. We use it all the time. After we've been somewhere and we've gone to the bathroom at the rest stop, we always use this as well. And then the sanitizing mist, I would say the sanitizing gel is really moisturizing. So that's the difference. But I do like the sanitizing mist. I have used it a lot. And you can also get it in a 6-pack. So if you have a lot of kids and you want to throw this in all their little backpacks, do that. Okay, and then we have the laundry detergent. Okay, so do we have any cloth diapering folks that are watching this? The On Guard laundry detergent works really well for cloth diapering. It's got some enzymes in it that are really good at killing the bacteria that make the clothes smell bad. So that's what's good about it. And the detergent itself is a higher concentrate, so you don't really need that much of it. That little lid at the top is actually a pretty small little lid. So you can give those a try. And what's really cool is when you pulled it out of the dryer, there's just a little hint of that On Guard smell on it. It does linger a little. All right, the mouthwash. Love this product. I use it probably twice a day. Love it. I do need to add a little water to it. It's a little strong for me. I do add it to my water pick. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. Water picks are a great alternative for flossing. I do both, but I do really like this rinse. If you have a sore throat, you can gargle with it and you can swallow it too if you want to. I'm so weird about that because to me, after gargling something, I really want to spit it out. But you can if you want to, because it's not going to hurt you like a regular mouthwash. And the toothpaste. We've been using this for 10 years. I love it. It's got some, I'm going to click on it really quick. So I need to see the word spelled in order to pronounce it. It's natural whitening toothpaste. It has remineralizing stuff in it. Okay, here it is. Hydroxyapatite. So this is a naturally occurring substance. It is a really cool ingredient. I firmly believe if your toothpaste does not have this ingredient in it, you are using the wrong toothpaste. What it does is it helps build back up or remineralize your teeth. So let's talk about fluoride for a second. Fluoride is designed to stick to your teeth to help prevent the things that would break your teeth down from sticking to your teeth. That's what fluoride does. Fluoride is a neurotoxin. It is not good for you. So even though you're not swallowing it, your gums are still highly absorbent. So you really should not be using fluoride in your body at all. So hydroxyapatite actually the ingredient clings to your teeth and actually helps to build it back up. Now, if you are prone to cavities or you're getting them a lot, you can actually get more professional grade toothpaste that have that ingredient in it. I am a fan of Rise. One of my kids actually uses that product. So while I'm over here educating about doTERRA, if you do have a more complicated situation, you need a little bit more, I do recommend the Rise professional level toothpaste. They come in a mouthwash and in a floss. But for us normal people who, don't have that as a constant battle, then the On Guard toothpaste is a really great thing. Reminder, do not use this for your pets. I know we think natural, we can use it for our pets. That is not true. It has xylitol in it, and that is very toxic to your dog. Okay, so that is the toothpaste right there. And let's go back to the On Guard page. Come up for air. Okay. And then we have the samples that are on the go. So if you travel a lot, I actually just keep an extra toothpaste in my travel bag. But if you do, want to send these, like if your kids are having a sleepover and you don't want them to take their whole bottle, just throw one of those in their bag. I would say there's about 3 uses out of one of those. All right, the protecting throat drops. So that's another thing that you can use when you're getting ready to go into an area where you might be exposed to illness. Anytime where you can get an essential oil into your entry points, which is your mouth, your nose, could be your eyes and ears too. I'd say your mouth and your nose are the most common. You're going to protect yourself a little bit better. And we'll talk about the nose and the mouth a little bit more here. Okay, and then we have the On Guard sanitizing wipes. Okay, so let's talk about the nose. I have absolutely used these to wipe my nose before going into a sick house. I wanted to make sure I stayed healthy, so I did put some on my nose to do that. Normally I use the On Guard Touch to do that, but I didn't have that with me. I just happened to have these in my car. The On Guard Touch. Let's talk about the difference between that and what you saw right here. Okay. So On Guard Touch comes in a roller bottle, 10 ml, and it's already perfectly diluted for the right type of absorption that you need. So you can use this on your littles. I have used it on a newborn, on the spine or on the bottoms of the feet. I suggest if you're going to do anything with your kids, you should always test it on yourself in the most sensitive areas. I have tasted oils that I thought might be really spicy for my kids. All right, so I'm going to go back to these here in just a second, but I want to go on to the next one. So the Protective Blend soft gels. So I actually take these every day, and right now they're 10% off. So September of 2025, they are 10% off. The On Guard Plus soft gels actually have other stuff in them as well. So all of the soft gel products, and I love this little video, if you ever pour them all out and look at them next to each other, they all look slightly different. But so when you start using more of them, you start to know what they look like without even having the bottle nearby. But the soft gel, the material that makes up the soft gel is perfectly designed to create the best delivery system possible for our body for this particular blend. So this is what's actually in it. We've got orange, clove, which by the way, citrus oils help our body produce glutathione. Okay. It's really important to be taking citrus oils every day. Clove oil, we all know that's really effective for different things that we would want to be protected from. Same as cinnamon. Eucalyptus is great for respiratory type things, but also your immune system. Rosemary as well. Black pepper, I always thought that was really interesting. Black pepper we call the poor man's Melissa. Melissa and black pepper have qualities or constituents in them that make them perfect for like viral things, helping your body mount up a better defense against those things. And then oregano oil is going to be more for the bacterial type of stuff. It's going to help mount a better defense against those things. And the cool thing is, we don't need to really remember all this because our body is really amazingly made. And so when we give it the right tools, it's going to use them appropriately. I highly recommend taking one of these a day. I take one every single day. And actually, the reason why I take it is because I struggle with allergies, and allergies are a result of an overstimulated immune system. And I thought, if On Guard Plus supports my immune system, let's try it. And so I have noticed I can go a lot longer without needing any kind of like antihistamine type of support, which would be lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and a shot glass is what I usually recommend for that. If you want to stay healthy, you can do this. Now, if you actually are exposed to something, I suggest you bump that up to 3 times a day. Just space it out. Make sure you drink lots of water. Your body needs lots of water. You gotta increase your water intake. And remember, your body metabolizes essential oils anywhere from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. And when I am sick, I do take one every couple of hours until symptoms start to minimize in my body. All right, so let's go back to the actual oil. And then I'm going to wrap this up. On Guard oil. So I don't use this one alone very often, but it is in my car with a little bit of coconut oil. And I will put it on my hands a lot. I keep a lot of oils in my car, actually. The top 10 oil kit that I often teach on fits in a really nice, tidy little case that fits into your console of your car really nicely. So On Guard oil, you can use it straight on skin that's maybe not quite as sensitive. I noticed that if I use it here, like I'm gonna stop my share real quick so I can give you a better visual. Before I get a cold, and my kids are doing this too now that they're getting older, my throat always hurts. So On Guard is usually the first thing I start using because I can feel that sore throat and it really helps to dilute or not dilute. So if you don't dilute it, it might evaporate off because oils are volatile, they move. That's why when you open the bottle, you can smell it because you're smelling the molecules that are moving. It's a very active thing that it does. So when you put an oil on your skin, you can add some coconut oil to it to keep it down and keep it on the skin. It's also going to slow down the absorption. So if an essential oil such as On Guard is a little bit more uncomfortable to use, you want to slow down the absorption. You don't want your body to take it in too fast. especially if you have sensitivities to that. So, how do I use it? Really, I don't use On Guard often. I use the soft gels the most. And we've got the hand soap, the hand sanitizer. So we use, and the toothpaste, mouthwash, we use all of that stuff every single day, multiple times a day. But when we're exposed to something or when we're actually sick is when we use the On Guard the most. This is my disclaimer. Essential oils don't make you better. They just give your body the tools that it needs in order to do better, to fight off things better, to help your immune system become stronger, your inflammatory response, or whatever it is you've got going on in your body. Using essential oils on a regular basis every single day is like drinking water. If you're waiting until you're thirsty to drink water, you are not drinking enough water. So, drinking water every day, getting proper nutrition, using essential oils, get some sun on your skin. Those are how you're going to help stay healthy. And you know what? We don't know what illnesses are going to go around this year. I was surprised about chickenpox last year, and everybody in my house got it. That was fun. And we learned that deep blue actually was our favorite oil for chickenpox to help with the discomfort on the skin. So, anyways, little tip there. So, yeah, you just want to be using them regularly. So, if you have any questions about that, or if you want to talk about your specifics of your family and how you would use them, I'd be more than happy to tell you. Shameless plug. This is brought to you by Wellness Renewal, which is business coaching for wellness professionals. So if you have a favorite wellness provider and you would like to send them my way, I'd be more than happy to support their journey and being a small business owner. So thank you so much. Let me know what you want to learn next.